subscribe and share. Please, turn off the ad block, subscribe, and share. Links will be below for anyone wanting to support this channel.
Hello everybody, my name is Craig Bennett and I'm the founder and owner of TechViews Nope, and today I am going to show you a bit on how to rent textbooks, school textbooks off of Amazon, and that way you know what you're getting yourself into when you're going through the entire experience and you know how it's done. So I'm going to be using my actual account, and I'm not going to actually rent the textbook because there's a lot of personal information I have to go through, but I'm going to talk about the processes. So one of the biggest things to keep in mind is whenever you need to get a textbook for school, one thing I'll always advise is even if the syllabus says you need this textbook, don't get it until you actually need it. And I'm not talking about a day before you actually need it. Make sure you actually need it for assignments. And even if a teacher says yes you need it but never puts out an assignment that says for research purposes, personally I would say make sure you absolutely need it, because this stuff is ridiculous. I've had textbooks that are up to $500 per book, and that's really ridiculous. So as far as that goes, once you know you actually need it, you need the ISBN number, or just search the name itself and it should be on Amazon or some other platform. If you do get it on Amazon, make sure you get the right version, the right author, and the best way to check it is the ISBN number. These are very unique per book. Now from here, what you will notice is some of the books, they will have ebooks or hardcover or whateone. And one thing to keep in mind is the ebooks are almost always priced a little bit higher in the rental area. For whatever reason, the buy area is almost always lower, but the rental is always higher for whatever reason. And sometimes it's a significant amount where you actually probably want to go with the actual physical copy, unfortunately. Now, if you do choose to go with the rental, what you need to do is click on, or choose to go with the electrical, then what you need to do is click on the actual electrical version and fill this out and go ahead and order it. And if you don't have a Kindle, don't worry, you can actually download software from Amazon that throws all your Kindle books on your computer. And the best way to make sure it works is by that little icon, the computer icon. And that will allow you to actually find things in the book easier and basically have the book without worrying about destroying it. And if you're like me, where you're trying to save a bit of money or you have a massive gap, sometimes these gaps are not that far apart, but in this case it is, what you need to do is just go ahead and add it as a rental, and make sure you pick your right state if you're in the United States, and then you have to put in your personal information as far as where it's being sent to, your credit information, and it's sent to you. Now, as far as the ebook, the Kindle version, for the returns, you don't have to worry about it. If you want to extend it, you do have to tell them to extend it. Otherwise, it would, whenever it expires, it basically returns itself. So you don't have to worry about that. The paperback, however, you obviously do have to return it, and this is some of my prior ones, in fact, current and prior. What you need to do is you will be presented with a link whenever you get a book. I suggest keeping that email, and whenever it comes time to actually return it, you can actually go, if it's a physical book, go to your return book and it'll give you the process. Basically what will happen is it will give you a shipping label for free, and then you can actually return it. And usually what happens is once the carrier scans it, they say, okay, you return it, and it goes from there. But you might want to put a 5 or so day gap if all possible, and that way at worst, when it gets to the actual Amazon facility, it'll be returned and they'll scan it there. Now, what happens if you forget or it does take a little bit longer? If it does look like it's going to take longer, go ahead and call them and say it's on their way. They might be able to work with you, and Amazon's pretty good about that. But if you completely just forgot or don't call them, then they'll actually extend it automatically by 15 days. And that's something you got to keep in mind, since it's automatic and it does come out. Now, when you do get the actual email, it will also tell you when the thing's due back. So that's one thing to also keep in mind. And it's highly suggested that you actually keep the box that it comes in, because it, unless if you got some other boxes around, it's pretty much the size that will fit. And also on top of that, it's a box. I mean, in some cases it could actually be pretty hard to find a box depending on where you're at. But anyways, that's pretty much about it. And if you do have any questions, feel free to leave them down there in the comment section below. Hope that this answered any questions. And if you want to add anything onto this, then feel free to also leave that below. Now, as far as my suggestion on where to get your books, if you can find it cheaper somewhere else, I would highly advise it, especially if it's a significant amount. But I'll pretty much say stay away from the bookstores, because every single school I've been to, the books, you'll find them where in the bookstore it's like $300, and on Amazon or somewhere else it's $100 or even $50. So it's that massive of a gap. And in some cases, they'll tell you, yeah, if you buy it now, and if you just find a lower price, then you can come back with that lower price, some proof of it, and we'll give you the difference. I've seen that, and they actually argued with me afterwards, after that happened, and saying, yeah, we don't accept that store, and it's very, very flaky. So again, I'll always recommend never buying a book until it's absolutely needed, and then on top of that, never buying a book from the actual bookstore unless if there's literally nowhere else to get it. But anyways, again, this has been Creative Bent, founder on Tech Reviews Note. Please like, please subscribe, please share, and hope you have a great day.